back to the channel, NRGs today with that again with another video. Brand new Premier League season. Glad to see us sitting back to the looking a little better. It's only the first game, so I have no expectations of the season yet. I still expect the same as last time. But we'll go through it. But the new season, anybody new watching, welcome. Hopefully you join and watch my channel's reactions throughout the entire season. Hopefully I'll be able to keep making these videos. Should be able to, but you never know what's gonna happen. Starters this game in the beginning, I was a little bit scared. Turn my phone off for show you. Let's look at the video. Stars in the beginning of the video, I was scared. I thought it was going to be the same shit all over again as last season. But once we got into the game a little bit, once that new signs to Johnny Reijnders, oh yeah, they got new signs to Johnny Reijnders, James Trafford, uh, WOW Cherki, Ait-Nouri. They all of them looked amazing today. But once they got more into the game after the 30th minute, after that, I believe it was the 37th minute. I may be wrong. Hopefully, I'm right. I'm trying to remember. That's when Erling Haaland scored his first goal of the season. And I was happy for it. Um, then the second goal, a few minutes later after that, was by Tijani Randers, the new signing, and that was a screamer. That was it's shocking. I'm impressed by that guy already. He's gonna be hopefully he's probably gonna be a breakout star this season. Cause he looks amazing. He's fast. He was all over that pitch, that game. This team did look a little different with those new guys. If they're able to keep them fit, it's gonna be different. But I'm not sure. It's only the first game. Next game, they do good. Next game, then I'll start to feel it more. But Johnny Reinders looked amazing today. Oscar Bob is good to see him back after that leg injury. He looked really good going through all those players. And really, he should be the starter. They're looking for somebody else, and he may be the good, but he hasn't played that many games yet, so I don't know. And he had that injury, so they should keep looking for someone else. But for the meantime, he did okay. Too bad he was injured last season. He probably would have did better in that position, especially when Foden was not playing his best. But Johnny Reinders did a screamer goal. Oh my goodness, that was wow. He lit up that whole pitch. He was all over. And that Nico Gonzalez did pretty good too in Rodri's instance. He's a good backup. Hopefully he didn't break his arm or dislocate nothing or bruise nothing because they need him because they don't have no one else in that position. Because you saw the nightmare last season. His coach just stuck for that position. He's older. He's like 30 now, and this guy's a lot younger. He was the best in Portugal as a DM, whatever. Um, so that's why they brought him over, and it's good now that these new players were able to start the season from scratch from the beginning. Because some of those players in the winter transfer window is not that good. They started in the middle of the season, but now they got to start in the beginning. So now that this team is fine, they have to mold, but now this team is kind of like new and old at the same time. So they're trying to get used to it. But then the second goal was by Erling Haaland. Again, he got us another brace, and he got to keep that coming because they need a lot of goals here because there's a lot of competition this time around. They got Victor Gyokeres, they got Salah and all that. Then Ikiteki, on Stack possibly. I don't know what's going on with that because that's up in the air right now. Because he's not going to play for Newcastle, trying to go to Liverpool. Then he was saying he'd rather go back to Sweden and play for them now. And I don't know what's going on with that, but I can't say nothing about that. But then they got that Oracle Reds over Arsenal. So yeah, it's a big competition now. Everybody reinforced a lot this season. The most I'm I've been watching. Of course, I'm not just watching songs of people that that live there. Anybody if you're from there, you know what I'm talking about. But this window's been the craziest window, most interesting, but it did help City quite a bit. You see how, and also James Trafford did some great saves today. The only one time they almost got that goal, but it was disallowed. That's what I was scared in the beginning, but I forgot to mention that. But Besides from that, he was doing some great saves. He wasn't coming out as much as that Anderson was. Anderson can maybe leaving the club now. We still don't know. But there's some new faces there, some new energy. Hopefully everybody will stay fit, injury free, healthy, so that way they could go through the entire season. Hopefully you can get something out of this season. Because last season was blah. It was just nothing. No one expected that, but Pep said himself after the game, they just didn't care. And the fourth goal was by that Rayan Cherki, and the way he passes is like so creative. The way he did that backwards, but he's like art. He plays with flair, like of South America, like a Brazilian or Argentinian or something. The way he plays with flair for well, some French players I played with flair is you got Henri and Zinedine Zidane, and you had Ulize, now Mbappe. The one that played with Flair more was Pogba, I believe, but those were pretty good names. They had Era, they had Dennis Bergkamp, I believe. Hopefully I got the right one. But there was a lot of French players that were amazing for their teams, both club and national. So hopefully this guy will be the same for us. But this guy and Johnny Reijnders and Cherki are very impressive. And Ait-Nouri too, because that on the side he was coming, he was coming, he was coming. But they were trying to score. They were looking a little weak in the beginning of defense. Afterwards, he was coming. Then it was nice to see John Stones back. 'Cause he was kicking that away. Because even him older, he's still good. Because some players they're not the same at that age. No, he's still worth it. He still deserves to be there. And actually, surprisingly for me, Bernardo Silva looked a little better. Maybe because of that captain armband, and now he's the captain. But he changed because he was not playing like that last season. But great tenacity, good long start. You see, he was not looking like it last season until that last day, but it's good to not see him start because he was starting him way too much. And even Pep said it before the game, the the press conference. He was saying that he had only one central defender or one defender or something like that, and now he had six. So the team's better now. And I didn't even know they only had one, so maybe that's why they were doing so bad too. But that Trafford, that's something. Um, that James Trafford looks pretty. He looked okay so far, but I gotta see him, the next game. How he's gonna block stuff in the next games, and the Anderson situation too, because we still don't know about Anderson. He may go. There's Fabrizio Romano and all these famous people, and what's that? David Ornstein. They've been talking about it, and he may be leaving, as Pep said. They just don't get, it's not. Then he said what it was afterwards, and he could go. And they're not well now. Ever since he had that eye thing last year, it's been war. He's not been the same. But we still don't know about that. They may bring Donnarumma in. It'd be a shame because of James Trafford, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Trafford, you know what I mean, to feel like I think that, okay, this guy, he could really be the main one. So I don't know what to say. It's only the first game. Let's see if they could keep it up in the next games, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna make any predictions or anything, but this game, my report is they play better. They played better than the other games. They just didn't start off well, but they did play better, a lot better. Because if you see my past reactions of the last games, you'll see that it wasn't a lot for me to talk about sometimes. Because the way they were playing, they were even in the beginning of last season, if you were watching, they just didn't look the same. Because even against Ipswich and all that, they let them score first, and then they just were not playing the same. It just looked like they were very weak. Like they were just not exciting anymore. The team got very boring, very slow. They did look a little faster. And now Pep got that new. Oh, I forgot to mention that to the new assistant manager, Pep, the second Pep Reijnders. He was from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool era, and Jurgen Klopp's team, I should say. pass team, and then he got that Ait-Nouri, and I saw how they were involved in getting up. And he was showing him a paper, and he was telling him, pointing, to the pitch. I'm not running here, but to the pitch. He was like, I don't know what he was saying, but he's probably telling him to change something, move him here, or they're doing fine like that. But see how he like carries him on that pass guy, that one love, he just sat there. He didn't do much because he just went for Pep. He was just he just didn't. He was really afraid. He just felt like Pepper was really in control. He could not say much, but Pep didn't want that, and he gave him a total freeze on the new assistant manager. I don't know what Carlos Sorry is. He's another assistant coach, set piece coach. I don't know what he is, but I forgot. I have to go back and read. Yeah, but but the team looks a lot better. I'm happy to see it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, we'll see if they win the next game. I have no expectations for this season yet. No good expectations yet. I'm not seeing enough. This is only one game. You know how last season started with that one game. It looked okay, and then everything fell apart. So thanks for watching. Hopefully, you have a good rest of your day, whatever your day, morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.